Hello guys and welcome back to Liftoff. Today we will be talking about Musk announcing Tesla's bankruptcy. Is that possible to happen? Is SpaceX facing a crisis similar to Tesla? Let's find out. For years now, Elon Musk's space startup SpaceX has been one of the most exciting space companies out there. While still a private company, much like Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin, investors have been increasingly eager to see if SpaceX will ever go public or not. While Musk has teased this in the past, it seems there is a big chance that might not ever happen. In fact, it seems like SpaceX could be at risk of going out of business altogether. Those who follow the company closely know that SpaceX's rockets have been having some engine troubles recently. However, no one knew that things were this bad. In particular, the SpaceX Raptor engine is currently facing production issues that are slowing down scheduled flights. Instead of being a slight hiccup, it turns out this is a bigger problem than originally anticipated. In an email over the Thanksgiving weekend, Musk told employees that the company could go bankrupt if the issue isn't resolved soon. The Raptor production crisis is much worse than it seemed a few weeks ago. As we have dug into the issues, they have unfortunately turned out to be far more severe than it was first reported. We face genuine risk of bankruptcy if we cannot achieve a Starship flight rate of at least once every 2 weeks next year. Musk added, quite alarmingly, that unless you have critical family matters or cannot physically return, we will need all hands on deck to recover from what is quite frankly a disaster. While SpaceX's Falcon 9 rockets are still operational, they remain largely small-time, lacking the volume or mass needed to launch the larger V2 satellites. The Falcon rocket also isn't reusable, whereas the newer Starship rocket is. Additionally, the smaller V1 satellites are supposedly a financial struggle for the company, whereas a lot more money is coming from the V2s. To make things worse, SpaceX is scheduled to start increasing production dramatically, which will further hurt its cash burn rate. Otherwise, these rocket engines are going to be the bottleneck that strangles the budding space company. Prior to this announcement, many investors were eagerly anticipating the possibility of a SpaceX IPO. The company had earlier received a valuation of over $100 billion, with Musk even alluding to the possibility of maybe going public. While doing so would certainly help the company's financial situation, many think that Musk would prefer keeping SpaceX private for a while longer, especially given the drama he's had with Tesla shareholders after going public. SpaceX also received some notoriety earlier this year when one of the company's top executives, Vice President of Propulsion, Will Hetzley, left the company due to a lack of project progress. The situation seemed somewhat dire. However, SpaceX fans argue that Musk had similar challenges back when Tesla was still in its infancy, with many expecting the company to quickly go out of business due to its staggering cash burn rate. Time will tell whether SpaceX will be spared that fate or not. Tesla and Elon Musk's penchant for taking risks might have propelled the company to its explosive success in 2020, but it also put them on the brink of bankruptcy at least twice. Near bankruptcy crisis 1, the economic crash of 2008. Just as Tesla was getting ready to close a $100 million Series E in the summer of 2008, the global economy crashed, sending the company spiraling toward bankruptcy by the end of the year. The bankruptcy of the Lehman Brothers sparked an international banking crisis. One consequence? It became nearly impossible for a startup like Tesla to raise capital. Why would anyone take an unnecessary risk on a startup, independent American car company when giants like GM and Chrysler were falling apart? In the wake of this crisis, Elon Musk took over as CEO, but all the plans Tesla had for the $100 million in funding went out the window. Tesla couldn't build a new factory or headquarters. The company had to delay the Model S launch and had to lay off nearly a quarter of its staff. The safe decision would have been to sell the company, but Musk took a risk. He funded the company out of his own pocket after the Series E fell apart. That may not seem notable when you consider Elon Musk the billionaire today, but at the time, he had already put all $180 million he received from PayPal shares into Tesla and SpaceX. Elon Musk's brother told reporters that Elon was in debt, more than broke. This story prompted Steve Jurvetson to call efforts to save Tesla the most extraordinary act of entrepreneurial zeal and commitment he had ever seen, because Musk was willing to go net negative personally. When a $40 million loan and subsequent funding round finally closed on Christmas Eve 2008, Musk said the company was just 3 days away from bankruptcy. But a $40 million loan to pull Tesla back from the brink of bankruptcy didn't suddenly right the ship. The strategic guidance of CFO Deepak Ahuja did. Near bankruptcy crisis 2, production hull with the Model 3. As recently as 2019, Tesla was teetering on the edge of bankruptcy. The revelation came in the form of a tweet from CEO Elon Musk, who spent part of Election Day interacting with fans on the social network. Asked by one user how close the company came to Chapter 11 during the ramp-up of production for its Model 3 sedan, Musk said that the closest we got was about a month. The Model 3 ramp was extreme stress and pain for a long time. From mid-2017 to mid-2019, he added, production and logistics hell. During that 2-year period, Tesla stumbled from crisis to crisis. From Musk getting in trouble for smoking weed on a podcast to issues manufacturing its Model 3, which the automaker was counting on to bring it to profitability. In May 2019, Musk told workers that Tesla was facing an extreme cash crunch and that all expenses of any kind anywhere in the world, including parts, salary, travel expenses, rent, literally every payment that leaves our bank account must be reviewed. Indeed, Tesla did not turn the corner until October 2019. Over the past year, Tesla shares have seen their value increase 540%. With a market cap just shy of $400 billion. Tesla is by far the most valuable automaker in the world. Musk also briefly touched on his eye-popping CEO compensation package, which last week landed him another $3 billion, for a total of $11.8 billion. Though he said that he did not expect Tesla shares to grow so quickly, he said the fact that the award comes in Tesla stock is that they're needed to help pay for humanity to get to Mars in 10 to 20 years. In December 2020, Tesla joined the S&P 500, a benchmark for the biggest US stocks, with a valuation of over $600 billion, making the automaker Wall Street's 6th largest company by market capitalization. Elon Musk deserves so much credit for his success, but people like homebrew VC Hunter Walk wonder if there's any large-cap public company with more of its value tied in one specific person than Tesla. Musk's personal brand and his penchant for taking massive risks bring so much value to Tesla, but without Ahuja guiding Tesla through multiple financial crises, we may have never seen Tesla reach this peak. Mimicking Musk's penchant for attacking opportunities, regardless of risks, won't guide you toward Tesla-level success. Your ability to navigate those risks, even when the numbers might not make sense, with strategic finance is what really matters. And that's why it's so important for finance to have a seat at the strategic table. And that's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. We would love to know your thoughts about this in the comment section below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, like, and share with your friends and family. If you want to see more upcoming videos about space and SpaceX, turn on the notification feature. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.